Now, this is what we do every Thursday. It's called On Air Acoustic with me, Christopher Lane. I get an artist in every week and we'll just talk about their journey. We'll have some live music. And tonight, I'm very happy to introduce into the studio Mr. Ted Osborne. So welcome along, Ted.
Hello.
Man, you have been busy today.
I certainly have, yeah. Been in the studio all day. I've quite literally come straight from the studio, recording a lot of new material, which is exciting. But yeah, I had a busy old day, certainly.
That's a seriously busy day. So what time are you up?
I admit, I slept in, but...
like an artist would.
I got up about 8:30 or something, and then in the studio at 10, and I've been there all day. I've come straight from there, so... Yeah, long day, but...
You're making me want to be a musician. Start at 10. I might have to do it, man. Sign at 10, bring it on. But then what time did you finish, though?
Probably... I mean, to be fair, we probably did finish about 6:30, 6:45, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a long old day. So how do you get your voice prepared for that? Because, you know, you're going from... What is that? It's 8 hours?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, basically over 8 hours, let's say. That's a lot of sort of strain on your voice. So how do you work out in the studio? Because you must do maybe like a bit of songwriting, then a bit of vocals, or how is it?
Yeah, you get a nice kind of break between stuff. As in, you'll do the way we were doing it. Record the guitar track and the vocal track, and then embellishments or what if we had this or that kind of thing. And then next track, you get the bare bones of them, and then you go back over them. But yeah. Yeah, just kind of little breaks between them, and a lot of coffee, a lot of tea. You know.
I was about to say, what's your go-to drink in the studio? Because everyone kind of, always thinks of the whole honey and lemon thing, don't they?
Yeah. I've never really done that. Coffee and tea mainly, and then a bit of whiskey.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Now you're really making me want to be a musician. I'll start at 10, whiskey. Yeah, come on in.
Not that early.
Yeah. Hey, come on, one day. But I did see something recently. I can't remember what artist said it, but no fizzy drinks. If you wanted to be a singer or you want to do something with your vocals, do not have fizzy drinks.
Not heard that, but that makes a lot of sense. It would coat your throat, I guess. Kind of make it a little sticky. I don't know. I
can't remember what artist it is. But I remember watching it. I was like, oh, that's a really good one. Yeah. But now I'm kind of just a sparkling water kind of.
I got the whiskey thing from, I think it might have been Patti Smith. Swore by it. Don't quote me on that. Could be wrong. But someone swore by it.
It's also good for the courage, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
The more you have, the more crazy the songs will come. And
It's experimental music. That's all it is.
Exactly. What's it like then, a day in the studio for you with bringing out other people? Because you're quite new to the music scene, aren't you?
Yeah, this will be what I'm recording at the moment. This will be, however I do end up releasing it, be it singles, EP, album. This will be my first release. Which I'm so excited for. It is so nice to hear my music, not just on an iPhone recording, and hear it properly.
I wish people could see the smile on your face right now. You are buzzing. There's a glow.
It really is exciting. It really is.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's my first release, which is just I'm well chuffed for.
How are your sort of emotions with that? Because that is. It's not an easy thing. I mean, anyone could probably bring out a song, but like someone like yourself, like who's really taking it seriously, how much nerves, excitement is going through your sort of body and mind right now? Of like, oh my, I'm doing this.
I think I more get that when I'm performing live, and tonight maybe, who knows? But in the studio it's all right. But I think the excitement and all the goosebumps come when I've done it all and recorded it all, and there's been a little bit of mixing and a little bit of all that and embellishments, and then we play it back and hear what it is at the moment, how it is, the point we got to, and it's like, oh, that's a real song, and I get all goosebumps, and it's lovely. Yeah.
That is a real nice feeling. It's the same as this one, I guess. Like anything you kind of do creatively, when it all comes together and you hear it back, and you get people like your dad saying lovely words. In the DMs, it's so rewarding, and like you say, it's just like that little, it's like your little baby, isn't it? Like you're like, yes, this is it.
I'm so excited to release it. However, I do end up releasing it. Yeah.
Well, however you do it, I want to be part of it. Wherever you do it, like if you're doing it live, I need an invite, man. I need to come down.
Absolutely.
So obviously in the studio, you're there. How do you go about working with other people? Like, you know, say you've got guitars, pianists, maybe songwriters, producers, engineers. How do you work with them all?
My one thing, especially with songwriting, I would feel I don't see myself being able to work with a songwriter because it's like my song.
Yes.
It's my song.
Yes.
You can't touch it. That kind of thing. I don't think obviously when you're working with a producer, like, oh, what if we add this? That's different. With a songwriter, I don't think I could do that. But in terms of all other instrumentation, it's all just me. Whatever's in the studio, bring instruments or whatever they've got. And hop on the keys for some synthesizers or whatever. It's all. I'm playing everything that you hear in the song, and that's the way I want to do it.
Because it is a personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
very.
Songwriting.
Absolutely,
it's so personal.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've learned from on Air Acoustic. It's when you've got something like this, it's yours.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Talking of sort of gigs and everything, you got one coming up very close to here.
Rickmansworth.
Yes. And what was the name of the place?
Wishful Drinking. It's a little tap room.
That's amazing.
It's a good name, isn't it?
It's an amazing name. Wishful Drinking. How did you get that gig?
So so about a year and a half ago or something, I'd never sung in front of anyone public, hardly even written a song. And they've been doing this open mic night for a long time, every Monday. Now it's every 2 Mondays, but it was every week for a long time. And I went there one night and just thought, let's just do it. And got up and sung. Went horribly. And then I went back next week, and they probably thought, oh, blimey, here he is again. Did it again, and then as the weeks went on, I slowly started to get better and better, and kind of realised, oh, you know what, I'm all right. That kind of thing.
It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've been going to, as well as playing in London and lots of other open mic nights, I've been going to this one religiously since I've started doing music. And yeah, we just got together with a few. They've organised a gig with me and a couple other local artists that also go down to that open mic night for a not open mic but a gig. Yeah. So yeah, that's the closest one that's coming up, and very close to here as well.
I know, it's like what, 15 minutes away?
Yeah, if that. I'm that way, so even very much closer for me. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, promote it, like.
Yeah, nice.
Well, Radio Made in Watford and surrounding areas. So if you're not up to anything that night, go to it.
26th of August, Bank Holiday Monday.
Oh, there you go, eh? But no, I was wondering about the gig, because obviously you're saying you're never released music before. So this is what I was wondering, how you're getting a gig. But of course now you said it's an open mic night. Because I was about to say, you're doing really well. Yeah, if someone's booked you without even bringing out a song, you must be amazing.
I've been doing a lot of gigs recently. I think I used to be in a band a few years ago, for a few years ago. And also we got a lot of contacts from that, from playing gigs and around London and stuff. And when I've started my own solo music, I've retained all those contacts. And because they know me, I'm not just a random person that's come to them, like, can I get a gig? Because they know me, and I've been in contact with them for years.
Nice.
Like, yeah, we trust you, we know you.
Yeah,
so
good.
I've just got, last Sunday I played at the Gladstone Arms in Southwark. Last month I played at the Spice of Life. And then over, however many months, lots of other gigs in London and stuff, and local as well. But, so You're building it up. Yeah. You're building your experience up. I like it. Absolutely.
I like the fact that you said you don't have a band, because I was listening to Perry Edwards do an interview. She was in Little Mix.
Right.
And now they've all gone their own little ways, and they're all doing solo careers. And then I was saying something about Elton John as well. He first started in a band.
Didn't know that.
So he broke away from that. So how does it feel moving off from a band to then do your solo stuff?
It's quite... just different, I think. It's sort in a way it's quite freeing, because the whole song is mine. I've written every part. It's just personal to me. Back in the band, it was kind of, I was just guitar, I wasn't singing, so it was, you write your part and you write the song together. But it's very different and kind of freeing, writing it all yourself, and it's all personal to you. All the lyrics are personal to you. Every guitar part you're playing is what you want and perfect to you. It's different. It's very different, but I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. No, to be fair, I actually get that, and that's a really good. I'm really glad you kind of shared that, because so many people do it, and I'm always like, wonder what that feels like.
Yeah.
'Cause you know, when you have people around you, I guess it's less scary, isn't it? Because you get to kind of point to other people. It's like, no, that was his idea.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
When you're on stage, you kind of, it's not all the spotlights on you. It's, you know, you got 5 or 4, 3 spotlights.
Tell you what, that's one thing. Now I've started doing my own stuff. I never really used to. After a while, I stopped sort of getting nervous on stage playing guitar, because there's 5 of us, 6 of us at one point, but 5 of us. So yeah, as you said, the spotlight's not just on you. So you're all right. Then I started doing solo stuff, and I never really get nervous, and then I step on stage and go, oh.
This is happening.
Bit nervous now, but every time still. But I'm getting, I'm getting there. But
it's a 10,000 hours thing, isn't it? You know, if you do something enough, you'll be fine. So at least you're doing it though. You're out there. I'm
loving it. Yeah.
You know, you're throwing yourself out there. You're not kind of going, ooh, should I or shouldn't I? You sound like you're very much all speed ahead.
Yeah.
Which I'm loving. And talking of that, you've got what? How many? 11, 12 songs you're currently working on?
Yeah, we've done 9 already.
9.
And yeah, so however many we do, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to release them. At least first. But yeah, I'm just absolutely loving being in the studio, and because I've never released anything before, it's sort of everything I've been writing over the last however many years. Now I am recording. It's all coming. It's all going through. You know, at this point, it's kind of, if I do release an album, when I release an album, it's not what to put on the album, it's what not to put on the album.
Yeah,
I can't have a 2-3 hour long album, you know.
Well, I mean, no one's done it before, so maybe you could be the first.
Trendsetter. Yeah.
And talking of the first, how do you decide which is going to be your debut single, like your first ever single? That must be the hardest decision in the world.
I'd like your advice on that. I've got no idea, really. It is tough. It really
Put it in a hat and just pull it out, I think.
I genuinely might do that. I've got no idea, because every time you've got the ones that I've sort of had for a while and love and get a good reaction and reception, but then every time you write a new one, you go, no, that's my favourite. Oh no, this new one, that's my favourite, because it's new and it's fresh. So I don't have a clue.
Oh, I've got an idea. If you do these open mic nights, put the ones that you really love, and then get the audience to vote which one should be your debut single.
So go to an open mic night and get a bunch of drunkards.
Yes.
And decide how I release my music.
Everything comes from best from the drunk decisions. Go on, we know this by now. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? Or just get like
it would be a story. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Yeah, just a bunch. I mean, you might not be able to read the handwriting, so I don't know. It could be a whole mess. Maybe I'll come. I'll be the sort of host for it. I'll get everyone to kind of. Maybe we can do it on Facebook Live, because you can do polls, and then we can kind of get everyone to go dun dun dun, and then we'll have your debut single. This. It could go all wrong. I tell you, it could go all wrong.
It very well could.
Ted was going so well, and then he met Christopher Lane. You won't be the first, you won't be the last way. I tell you. But yeah, it's so cool. You got 12. Well, actually, if you got 12 songs, you could be releasing one every month for a year. That could be cool.
Yeah,
one
do.
every
I think
month.
I'd get too impatient and want to release an album. No, that's the only thing.
Yeah,
but I've got so many, I probably could at this point. But yeah.
That's so cool, man. Though I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So talking of all this music and how you perform live, should we have some live music?
Let's.
This is exciting.
This first one, this one I've had for quite a while, but this one's called, had this one quite a while, but this one is called I Ever Did.
Let's have it.
undercover, asking the wrong questions again. Watching us strung out, embers softly undone, over now. Last time I ever did, over now. Softly undone, over now. Last time I ever did, over now. Missing the softly undone, over now. Last time I ever did, over now.
Wow, Mr. Ted Osborne. Wow. Wow. You are a bit of me, I tell you. Now, I've got this vision, that one day I'm going to have this room, right? And it's going to be a very 70s lad pad. You know, everything's brown. And I want, like, a deck and everything, and just old school, why am I, what's it called when you have vinyl? Yes, that one. And it's my kind of chill place, and that is what I want playing. As soon as I'm listening to it, that you took me to my vision. That's the song.
I love that.
Just playing on vinyl. By the way, you've got to release it on vinyl now. Just add another problem.
You made my life hard, Chris.
Just for me. I know, I feel like I'm just poking you a stick here. Like, do this, do that. But my word, that's an amazing. I mean, your voice.
Thank you.
Wow. Like, how? I always find it interesting, like, listening to so many different musicians I have on this show. How do you get the kind of voice that you have? Do you work on it, or does it come naturally? Like, because that voice seems like a very, like, you've developed that in some way, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
I feel like it's a big answer.
No, there's not, and that's the issue.
Is this a natural one then?
Yeah. I do. That's probably the softest I kind of go. I do get a bit rougher in some songs. But yeah, it just kind of, I don't know, I've never had vocal coaching or anything. I've kind of shied away from it out of fear of, I don't know if this is a stupid way to see it, but out of fear of kind of my voice becoming plastic and modelled and manufactured. I'm a bit scared of that, and I know you can go to vocal coaches for range and stuff like that, but I've kind of shied away from it.
Well, actually, no, you're not silly by saying that, because a lot of directors with actors don't like actors that have been to many different courses or worked with acting coaches and everything. They like them to be exactly who they are.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're not actually silly there. And that's what maybe, 30 people have gone to vocal coaches and you're the one who, didn't. They're the people, like, 30 people going left, you're going right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, I went on one course to sort of do the presenting thing, but I didn't really want to do the whole uni thing and typical going into this and this, because I just didn't want to. I feel like if everyone's being taught the same thing, am I just being thrown into the same thing?
Yeah. I suppose that's kind of how I see it. Yeah.
It should do, man. But yeah, I mean, the lyrics, you're saying about personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get ya. How do you find it, the vulnerability side of it, to release a song? Because you're like, this is me. This is what's on my mind and in my heart. Like, now I'm sharing it with everyone.
I think the way I get past it is because they are all very personal, and I don't tell a soul what they're about. Not even my family know what my songs are about. As much as they pester me and ask me to tell them.
I was about to say.
And I think that's how I do it, because all my lyrics are... I try and not make anything very obvious. I try and make it... Cryptic's a bit of an exaggeration, but I try not to make it really, really obvious, even though they're very personal to me. And I kind of... As long as no one... This sounds ridiculous. As long as no one knows what this is about, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. No matter how personal the lyrics are that I'm singing, someone else might find someone else in it.
Oh, I like that,
And then that kind of shields me from the vulnerability of talking about such personal things, I guess. If that could have made no sense whatsoever.
It does, because it's kind of your unique selling point. And every artist has to have their unique selling point. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, this is the guy, this is the mysterious guy. This is the guy, because everyone will try and be working you out, you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
But I like that, because it gives you more. Like, it gives the audience more. Some people are like just oversharers. Yeah. And you know what they're like. So to be undersharing, I like it. It's like the mysterious thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you get at? Like, but say your parents pester you. How is it like at gigs? Do people come up to you and sort of go, "Hey, like this is," because Amber was here last week, and she was like, she's brilliant with her music. Like, she's very mental health forward with it.
I watched the stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, man, she's got amazing music, and she did it in front of her therapy group and released this song. So. And then people were coming up to her and saying, "Oh yeah, this meant this bit, and that meant this bit." So your one is kind of completely opposite direction. Yeah. So how do people at gigs do they come up to you and say, "Hey, this meant that song really meant something to me," or how was it like?
I've had it. I have had people ask what it's about, or say, "Oh, did that mean that?" or and so on, and I never have a good answer. I kind of. I don't just go, "I can't tell you," but I kind of, I don't know. I don't have an answer, because I desperately don't want to to be explicit on what they're about. Because as I've keep harping on it, they're so personal. So that's probably something I'm going to struggle with in the future, I suppose.
Well, we all develop
when Genius, they do the lyric meaning things.
Oh yes,
and it's just it'll be completely wrong, because I've never given away anything.
We don't know. We're pestering him. Please bear with us.
He's never replied to our emails.
Refresh. Well, it's kind of interesting as well, because your future plans. Everyone kind of has a 5-year plan, I guess. I don't know if you do. I definitely do. But will it kind of develop into something, or is it we gonna have one album as like this mysterious thing and sort of work out to be less mysterious in the future? Or only because you've had 12 songs out, like you've probably got another 12 by next week.
I don't know. At the moment, the way I feel and the way I write songs, and no, because that's just how I write songs and how I don't want to give out what they mean or anything. So at the moment, no, I'll probably say like this, but anything could change. Yeah. Anything can change. I mean, God forbid I cave to the pressure of a record label and I have to make them all commercial. But no, that was the wrong word. But yeah, at the moment I don't think so, because that's just kind of the way I write songs and how I am. But
but it's all down to brand identity, isn't it? I mean, if that's going to be your kind of brand and that's going to be your sort of unique selling point, if it's not broke, don't fix it. One thing that's popped in my head thinking about the 12 songs thing, music videos. Are you going to be
dreading music videos?
Are you going to be? Because this is going to be a mad thing.
Because I hardly like being in front of the camera. I don't mean at gigs and stuff. Just sort of
Big cameras.
I was about to say doing interviews, but where am I right now? No, what I mean is kind of...
This is just a chat.
yeah, but like being... I did a gig at a place called Cargo Rooms in near Tottenham a few months ago, and with Hotbox, and after it, they so there was a camera guy and a sound guy, and they came up and did an interview, and I got sort of froze for a minute. I really don't... it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm not a big fan of it. So music videos, I am absolutely dreading, because
you can always get actors in.
That's a lot of money when you don't have it, I suppose. But
oh no, not if they're looking for their first shot, mate.
True. Sorry. But yeah, I don't think I could. Like, no, I'm not bashing this, but when people do the music video where they're singing to the camera and they're walking through the street or whatever, like was it Unfinished Symphony? Massive Attack.
Yes.
Unfinished Sympathy, sorry.
Yes,
that one shot.
The Verve. Yes, when he's walking... yeah.
But I just... Not bashing that, sorry, that's brilliant. I just couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I completely understand it.
So I don't know, really.
I guess that's the exciting thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you all had it sort of figured out, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we get some more live music?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I'm excited. After hearing that first one, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. This next one is called The Dogs and the Pond.
Ooh.
Just gonna tune up a second. My guitars are...
No, this is what I like. This is what I was saying to you. I like it's like a chat in the pub with a studio feel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want everything just to be perfect. I want people to hear, go, oh, okay, he has to do this, he has to do that.
I mean, you can't see it on the wrong when you can, Chris. My guitar is literally being held together by masking tape.
Yep.
It's...
We'll get onto that in a bit.
Oh, man. Right. Yeah, this one's called The Dogs and the Pond.
Nice. When you're ready, take it away.
In the pond, a 10-ton garden, asking me, do I feel the same way? And creature walk, half untrue, is it the same for me as it is for you? When I sat down, I could not see. When I sat down where I did before. In the pond are overgrown, a hole in the wall that play my own. And creature walk in front of you and steady moving, the aching groove. When I sat down, my chest went cold. When I sat down where I did before. my own. And I feel my own.
Well, I mean, your music, seriously, man, is a real bit of me. I love it.
You in your man cave.
Yes. See, man, it's going to happen one day. Oh, man. It's just, I would love to, I really want to come to a gig of yours, because I want to see, not just such as someone, obviously I want to see you, but also how the audience react.
Yeah. It's different songs give off different reactions, I suppose. I've got one which, it starts with like a little synth. It's a bit more experimental than anything else I do, but starts off with a little synth, and once I've been playing 25 minutes of just me and the guitar, then a synth comes in and everyone goes, whoa, what's going on here, kind of thing, and then it sort of draws the audience. But yeah, different songs give off different reactions, but yeah, I love performing everything I do, but
how does that make you feel, like when you're sort of doing your thing on stage? Do you kind of look out at what the audience are doing, or are you in your own little zone?
I stare at my guitar on the floor. It's not stage fright. I don't get stage fright. You know, I might get a little bit of nerves if there's a lot of people out there or whatever. But it's not stage fright. I just, yeah, if you do come along, I will be. I won't make eye contact with you between songs. Maybe, yeah. I'll look at the crowd and I'll give a bit of chat and I'll talk. But when I'm singing, I am staring at the floor or closing my eyes or staring at my guitar. Even if I'm just playing a simple chord and I'm not looking to get it right, not looking so I know I'm getting it right, I just stare at, I do not look out.
You're in your zone.
Yeah, that's what I just,
talking of your guitar, yeah, like you said, you've got like masking tape holding it together. What happened there?
It's so it's functional, and I kind of like the look of it, but it is functional. The little cap that holds in the battery got lost, and then because it's so specific to that guitar, you'd kind of just have to buy another guitar to get that cap. You can't just find that cap. So I've had to masking take it out, stuff something. So whenever I need to change the battery, I've got to take off 20 layers of masking tape, rip off the paint from the guitar.
Oh no,
it's falling apart, man.
So have you thought about buying a new guitar, or
yes.
yeah?
I have, and I really need to. But
you might need to get out there and busk. Look, it's a great way of earning.
I've been looking into busking recently, and sort of looking into stuff like licensing and do you need it, where do you need it, all that stuff, kind of thing. And I am going to be doing that soon, whether it be local area or London. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into that.
That would be a thrill. I think busking.
Yeah, it'll be. Obviously, I've never done it, but I can imagine it'd be such a different experience.
Because you see some of them in London, like they've got crowds.
Yeah,
and that could
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if that's busking. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do it or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it because I'm not a musician, but I think there must be like a massive excitement for it.
Yeah,
because you don't know. You don't know what to expect.
I'm excited to do it, but also scared because it's such a different experience. You haven't got people who are, you're not in a pub where people have come to see you or see other people just see music, or even just in a pub and relaxed and chatting. You've got anyone and everyone's walking by and stopping at you. They might point at you. They might stand there for 10 minutes and enjoy it. They might film you. Someone might laugh. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah.
So it's scary, but I'm excited.
And you don't know who's going to walk past as well. Like, depending on where you're in London, if you're next to some office with someone who's got the right ear, you don't know what could happen.
I shared a pint with Jamie Lang the other day.
Oh, what? Yeah. How did that happen?
Sorry, it just came to mind when you said anyone can walk by.
You want to pass him your music? He's on Radio 1.
He is?
Come on, man. Oh. I can bring you down, but I can also bring you up, Ted, I tell you, man.
No, he was walking by a pub in near Baker Street.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sat on a bench outside, table of 4, and every other bench was taken. And him and his wife and someone else were with it. They went in, got drinks, and he stayed outside and said there was anyone sat here.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Off you go. No, and I just said, oh no, and I didn't sort of want to bother him. He's probably just out for a drink, so I didn't really go, oh my god, it's Jamie Lang.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was kind of not act like I didn't know him. I don't mean that, but just kind of played it cool, if you will.
I know.
But he sat down and the four of us just started chatting. Only for like 10 minutes, only for one drink, but it was surreal.
It's weird. I know I've had 2 experiences like that, like where you feel like you don't want to get involved because away from the sort of this studio, I work sort of behind the cameras and sort of all that kind of stuff. And I've met Idris Elba, and I was like, oh, why didn't I just ask him to come in for an interview? And then I met Damian Lewis, who was in Band of Brothers and Homeland, and he was just released some new music. And I was like, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I just say he was walking on his own? And I was like, I should just gone up to him. And I know what you mean. It's this thing of like, you don't want to pester them. But it's also like the, what was I watching the other day again? About the Oscars. Oh, it was Gene Wilder talking about the Oscars and how people win an Oscar or win a Brit Award. And apparently they don't get work after. Because people go, oh, they're too big for us. They'll never do it.
Really?
But actually, they're just normal artists. Of course they'll do it. They just won an award. That's all it was. And apparently it's like the Oscar thing. Like, if you win an Oscar, everyone just ignored you. Because everyone thinks, oh, you're too big.
Yeah.
So maybe that's... And now I've watched that, I was like, oh, maybe that's what he's thinking. He'd probably love for me to go, come on to the Vibe 107.6 studio. Come on, Damien.
I know what you mean.
If the other ones aren't playing, I'll play it. And so I'm learning like you, like, just need to throw yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen. But I know you've got a third song.
Yes, if that's okay.
Yes, I would love to hear a third song. And I'm guaranteed all the listeners would love to hear a third song.
This is my newest one I've written. Which, and as I said earlier, your newest one's always your favourite.
Yep.
So, love this one.
Nice.
This one is called Choir Invisible.
Nice. I love the name of your songs.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it will be called that when I finish tuning, but...
Yeah, and I'm learning guitar at the moment, and I've got my little sort of tuner.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that right? I know the tuner's saying it's right, but I'm like, I don't know.
But no, this one's called Choir Invisible.
Awesome. Well, when you're ready, mate, let's hear it.
No escape a bright light. God forbid you're here now. Sharp and fast in out, catatonic blue and ringing for your last sound. No dumb hope to breathe out. Did you see her eyes shout? Did you have any doubt? Do you know what you've done? Pale and young, I spend every day in a rut. So hand in your dinner pail and choir invisible will ground you till you're down. Pushing up daisies, pale horse free from your luck to your end. Do you know what you've done? I'm pale and young, I spend every day in a rut. Can I come home where the water's bad and the light covers me so? Can I come home where the water's bad and the light covers me so? Choir invisible.
beautiful, man. I mean, that's ready for a movie or a TV series. I tell you, man, that is just ready for it.
Thank you.
Oof, you've certainly got an album ready, man. You've got an EP just out, just tonight.
Yeah,
so
true.
I mean, I know this is going to happen. Like, but when have you got a realistic goal of when it's going to come out?
This is going to make no sense at all, right? As soon as possible, but no rush. Okay.
Yes. No, I get that.
So yes. Oh, thank you. I tried
I
to
do get
explain
it.
that to someone earlier. And
No,
I had
I
no idea what
completely
I was
get
talking about. Yeah. So sort of, I want it out. Like, I really want it out. I'm excited to get it out. I want it to get out soon, but I don't need it out in the next month. I don't want to rush it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll know when you know.
Yeah. You know, I want it out 100% this year. Mm-hmm. Very preferably before the end of the year. I want it out, you know, in the next few months. But that's not. Don't hold me to that. But you know, as soon as I can, because I'm excited. I'm really excited to release music under my name. You know.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, man. It's not like a small thing. This is it.
Absolutely.
This is the. I mean, this is probably the biggest thing of anyone's sort of artistic
absolutely.
career, because you got to start.
Yeah.
You've got to have a start point, and this is it.
And you get judged off your first thing. It's,
I know.
But you do. It's, you know, if the first album or EP you put out is awful, or not mixed well, or whatever, you know, or bad songwriting, that's what you'll be judged off. Even when you bring out your second thing or your next single or whatever, it'll be like, oh, his first one wasn't very good, so might not listen to it.
Would that put you off if you got negative reviews, or would you go, well, you know what, I'll just go again, learn from it and move on?
I think it would briefly. It'd be a bit demoralising.
Yeah, it'd be
but
about
I don't think
briefing.
it wouldn't. Scar me is not the right word, but it wouldn't long term affect me. No,
Leave it on you. Yeah, because seeing your excitement and I mean the fact that you're knocking out song after song after song, it kind of feels like, well, let's just go back to the drawing board. Let's just get in the studio. Let's do it again.
Yeah. So absolutely. Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. All right, so you've got gigs coming up. That's exciting. Where can people find you? Because they're going to need to know when. This album, EP,
absolutely.
Singles coming out.
So my Instagram is at ted.osborne_. Osborne without the U. I've learned that I need to emphasise that now. From the other gig I played on Sunday. It's kind of been in contact the entire time. Got my name right every time. Then I walk up to the front door, my name's spelt wrong. But you know,
you've not made it yet.
No,
that's the thing, isn't it? When you look at it, you go, oh, okay.
Yes, but yes, that's my Instagram. Through the link in my Instagram bio, you can find my YouTube, which is where I've got, I think, 5 or 6 songs on there. It's just sort of iPhone quality recording, but I wanted to get stuff out before I release music, you know. And I'm not a big fan of releasing demos on SoundCloud. I don't know why. It's just don't love the idea of it. But so that's my Instagram, and my YouTube's through that link, or just it's Ted Osborne. Ted Osborne Music, maybe. Oh, I don't even know.
I'll put it up on my one. But mate, I just want to say a massive thank you for coming in.
No, cheers. And, thank you so much for having me.
I wish you all the best.
It's been a blast.
You've got some real thing going on. And that is all for Vibe 107.6 this week. I will be in contact next week. Remember to follow me on Instagram.